All right, family. Brother Yahcanon here to teach another lesson. For this, we are going to need our Bible. All right, that's how we're going to use today. All right, what we're going to be going into first, we're going to be going into Hosea 4 and 6. We've heard this a lot. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. There's a second part to this as well that we don't hear quite often, and we're going to read that as well. All right, so let's get right into it. Hosea 4 and 6 reads, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I also will reject you from being priests before me. Because you have forgotten the law of your God, I also will forget your children." Mm, mm, mm. Well, that's deep. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." So we're going to get into who is my people. We need to know first who is my people. I've already told you who this was talking about. We've seen movies like the Ten Commandments when we were children in school, in elementary school. They make sure they get Charleston Heston to play Moses, and have all these white characters walking around Africa. Well, I tell you what, take white people out of the Bible, put black people in their place, and then read it, and it's going to read totally different to you. All right? So my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You hear that? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So because we have rejected knowledge, says we have rejected knowledge. It's here for us, but we reject it. Your brother Yahcanon is giving it to you live and direct right here in your face. If you choose to accept it, you choose to accept it. If you choose to reject it, shit, that's on you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm giving it to you. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So we have forgotten the law of our God. Let's talk about the law for a second. We can understand the law through, the white man's law. Every law has what you would call a judgment that comes along with the law of breaking the law. So God has a law as well. We are, we were supposed to be tillers of the ground. We were supposed to be taking care of Mother Earth, being one with nature, not cutting down rainforests and, getting rid of all the medicine we need and this and that. We were just supposed to be one with the earth. If we wasn't willing to do our job correctly, then we was going to fall. And, now we here. And, our children have been forgotten as well. We see all these tragedies going on with our children, this and that, but it's right here. If we reject knowledge or reject the law, we're going to reap the punishment for it. That's all it is to it. So let's get into, I had a friend of mine who I was talking to the law of God about. I was telling them, hey man, all this stuff about grace and this and that and all that, ain't none of that stuff true. We can't just simply do what we want to do when we get ready and then just go pray for forgiveness. And he wasn't trying to hear it at all whatsoever. Some time later, I got a call from him, and he had came into the light a little bit. And, I asked him what happened to him. Why did you begin to, what helped you understand about God's law and this and that? So he got into nutrition real tough. And when he got into nutrition real tough, he was teaching the laws of, nutrition. And, people wanted to try to break the laws, this and that, but you was going to reap what you sowed at the end of the day. Shit, you want to eat any kind of way, this and that, they're going to start cutting your damn toes off first. You know what I'm saying? They're going to cut your damn foot off after that. Then they're going to cut your shit off at the knee. Hell, it just, you know what I'm saying? You can pray over your food all you want to. They still going to start chopping at the bit. This ain't no game. All right? So let's get into, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right? Your boy Tupac, Tupac said, ain't nothing worse than this cursed ass hopeless life. I'm troublesome. All right? All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 28. And what is it? 25. And I'm going to read it for you. It says, and Yah will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and you shall become troublesome to all kingdoms of the earth. Deuteronomy 28:25. That is a list of the blessings and the curses that the Most High will put upon the children of Israel. If they did good, they were going to get all the blessings, but if they did bad, they were going to get the cursings. So is it ironic that Pac said ain't nothing worse than this cursed ass, hopeless life? I'm troublesome. And then in Deuteronomy 28:25, it says that we was going to flee before our enemies and that we will become troublesome to all the kingdoms of the earth. All right. Let's go to some more stuff. Let's go into Isaiah chapter 3. We're going to go to verse 16 and 17. All right. We're going back to my people. So it's going to identify the women in this book. It's going to speak of the women, the daughters of Zion. All right. And I'm going to start at 17. I'm going to start at 16. I'm going to read 16 and 17. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16 to 17. It says, moreover, Yah says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with outstretched necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making a jingling with their feet. Therefore, Yah will strike with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yah will uncover their secret parts. All right. A scab on their head and uncovering their secret parts. All right. Take note of that. Let's drop down to verse 24. Because 18 through 23 talks about what I was going to be taken away from them, all the good things, their head dresses, this and that and all that. So 24 says, and so it shall be, instead of a sweet smell there will be a stench. Instead of a sash, a rope. Instead of a well-set hair, baldness. Baldness. All right, so the daughters of Zion was going to be bald-headed. So some of the things that was going to go along with the daughters of Zion, they was going to have scabs in their head. They was going to be, their secret parts was going to be uncovered, and they was going to be bald-headed. So who walking around here with scabs on their head from perms, damn near butt naked, and bald-headed? There was a clue. Willie D sung a song called Bald-Headed Ho. What you see, D? Tell me what you see, D? I see some bald-headed hoes. You know what I'm saying? Who was this referring to? I don't sing bald-headed hoes no more, you know what I'm saying? I'm holier than thou now and switched over to the other side and been resurrected, you feel me? Don't blame me. But, the old school people know what I'm talking about. They remember that song, you know what I'm saying? And boom, there it is in the scriptures right there. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 17, verse 16, 17, and verse 24. You know what I'm saying? Who is this talking about? My people. You feel me? Talking about one particular people. All right? Rolling of the eyes. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 42, verses 22 through 25. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22 through 25. And it reads, but this is a people robbed and plundered. All of them are... Damn, hold on one second. About to choke up in here. Sorry about that, people. Real in film. All right. It said, but this is a people robbed and plundered. All of them are snared in holes, and they are hidden in prison houses. See that? They are for prey, and no one delivers. For plunder, and no one says restore. Shit, who is that talking about? Who hidden in prison houses? You know what I'm saying? You get in the room with your people and ask them, bunch of black folks, hey man, how many of y'all, got somebody that's been locked up? Everybody and their mama gonna raise their hand. You know what I'm saying? That's us. All of us been hidden in prison houses. All right. Let me see if we should read a little bit more of this. Yeah, let's read a little bit more. Verse 23 says, who among you will give ear to this? Who will listen and hear for a time to come? You feel me? Who was going to listen to this for a time to come at this hour and this day? Who gave Jacob for plunder and Israel to the robbers? Was it not Yah, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, nor were they obedient to his law. You know, that say right there, you know, who gave Israel, you know what I'm saying, up? You know what I'm saying? Was it the Creator because they were disobedient, not walking in the Creator's ways? Let's go to verse 25. It says, therefore he has poured on him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle. It has set him on fire all around, yet he did not know, and it burned him, yet he did not take it to heart. You feel me? Fire was going to be all around, burning us, but we wasn't going to take it to heart. We wasn't going to know what it was that was, you know, what we was dealing with. You know, we dealing with all these problems. We got all this stuff going on. It's all around us. It's everywhere, but we don't even know where the hell it's really truly coming from. And the scriptures say it was going to be because of our own doing. All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. Talking about our men. They were pretty wild out here. So let's read from Isaiah chapter 51:20. Want to know what's going on with our young men out here? It reads, your sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets, like an antelope in a net. They are full of the fury of Yah, the rebuke of your God. All right. So it said our youngsters, the young men, was going to be lying at the heads of every street. And they would be like an antelope caught in a net. So let's picture that for a second. A deer caught in a net. What is that deer doing while it's in that net? That deer in that net is going to be kicking and screaming and acting a damn fool in that net. So what is it actually doing? It's actually bucking very wildly. Would you agree? And so then what do we call our youngsters? Buck wild. Right there. Isaiah 51:20. You feel me? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 15, verse 7. All right. Try to keep these lessons short. I know black people got short attention spans, you know what I'm saying? Ezekiel chapter 15, verse 7 reads, let's read 6 and, let me see. All right, we'll read verse 7. And it says, I will set my face against them. They will go out from one fire, but another fire shall devour them. Then you shall know that I am Yah when I set my face against them. All right, so what it says was you're going to go out from one fire to another fire. So I used to always hear people say, if it ain't one thing, it's another. You know, all the time. And then we made songs about it. Ain't one thing, it's another. We would go through one thing, and as soon as we would come out of one thing, we would immediately go into another thing. And then I ran across this scripture one day, and when I ran across this scripture, that's what echoed in my head. The stuff that I would hear our parents say all the time. You know, when they live in life, they would always be going through something. And that's what it say. It say, we're going to go from one thing to the next thing. We ain't going to never be able to get out of, you know what I'm saying? As soon as we go through one little process, it's going to be something else come along. And it's just going to be always something, one fire after the other. You know what I'm saying? Right there in your face. Ezekiel chapter 15, verse 7. Okay? So, we're going to keep it short and sweet. You know, it's at about 14, 15 minutes. So, hope you're learning some things. We look forward to the next lesson. I think the next lesson we're going to get into, we're probably going to touch on the devil a little bit. You feel me? Get into some definitions and things like that of that nature. And remember, if you want to change something, change the definition of something, you can change the language. And that's what's been done. But we're going to unravel these scriptures and we're going to bring our people into the light All right, catch y'all next time. Peace and love. Hope y'all enjoyed. Share the video if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Hit subscribe. Get an alert when it's time for the next video, because we're going to be cranking these bad boys out. Peace and love.